Chef Andres, my name is Bob Smith, and consider this my application and an audition to be part of your fine team at World Central Kitchen.
Hi, and welcome to Yeti at Large. This is a channel focused on making the most out of what you have, no matter where you're at. Thanks for tuning in and helping out.
Starting in the early 80s, I spent 25 years working as a chef. I learned how to cook in Italian kitchens, went on to be a pastry chef at the Ritz-Carlton, and finally retired in 2008 as an executive chef doing corporate dining. I have personally fed over 1 million people out of my kitchens and under my supervision, including 15,000 people in an hour and 45 minutes. I've spent the last 14 years working in public safety to do my share and to give back to my community. Now that that's coming to a close, I want to be part of your organization. So I thought there was no better way than to apply, but to invite you into my house and give you a tour of my kitchen. This kitchen measures 64 square feet, plus I have a small grill on the patio, and I got a 7 cubic foot refrigerator freezer in the garage. I have raised countertops that allow me to have a half sheet pan sized cutting board. I only keep the utensils I use, and I wash them before and after every use. Single compartment deep well sink with filtered water and hand soap dispenser. Sanitation is the absolute pinnacle and the beginning of every program. I keep a lot of my saute pans and my other utensils on magnetic strips next to my spices. I retasked some key hooks to be able to hang other essential items right where I need to use them, and we use every inch of vertical space, including my nesting stainless steel bowls, my mandolin, and my assortment of pans that I received as hand-me-downs. One of the things that I was taught early on in my kitchen training was that the more that your jaw is moving, the slower your hands are moving. So we're not going to talk while we work. It's not good for safety, and it's not good for productivity. Now, I'm disciplined in a kitchen, but I'm not militant. I understand a big part of the success in disaster relief, feeding, and funding comes from encouraging very diverse teams to work together under the most trying of circumstances. I have a high degree of stress tolerance without ever losing focus on the fundamentals of sanitation, hygiene, profitability, and at the end of the day, the food has to be a relief. It has to be delicious and enjoyable. I'm wagging my finger here because it just about killed me to break that pasta in half. I keep my sesame seeds in the freezer so they don't turn on me, and we need to prep those for our garnish a little bit later on. One of the things I try to focus on my cooking is to allow the food to be as close to what it needs to be to begin with without changing it too much. This cabbage, mung bean, onion, and vegetable lo mein starts out with a light blanch on the cabbage and the onions to get the sugars to come out and to help convert. I'll finish them with a hot and fast saute. I don't have a wok station, and these burners are tremendously underpowered, so I adapt by batch cooking it and making sure that I don't lose my heat. Now that my vegetables are prepped and lightly sauced, I'll put them on a bain-marie to keep them hot, and I can start to prep my meat. I use separate cutting boards and separate processes. That way we ensure sanitation. This chicken's lightly seasoned. I'm using a light chicken breast here. My preference is for thighs because they hold better in a steam table. Once we get to an appropriate temperature, I'll add that little bit of sauce that I have to just get them to go. We were close, but we're wrapping it up here. As you can see, maintaining an orderly, clean, and clear station with good mise en place can be done in a tiny little 64 square foot kitchen or a facility with 200 volunteers and hundreds of sheet pans and trucks and trailers moving in every direction. Hey, we're about ready to eat. We're having a little bit of cabbage and mung bean lo mein with some chicken and ginger toasted sesame seeds. Oh my God. We need to make this more often. Well, Chef, that's my audition, and this is my house. I'll send an email to your people along with links to this, and I'll post it on my channel and your channel on the YouTube. I really hope to meet you soon and to do my fair share to help people in need. Food is best when it meets you where you need it. Okay, you done? Go lay down. Go lay down.